Hi and welcome to my channel OLDnGRUMPY, and today I want to show you a few tips and tricks about decoration in Minecraft. The first thing is, if you want to have corals as decoration on land, the problem with corals is that they are going to be dry, as you can see, after a while, and to prevent that, you can just put, let's say we're going to about here and we want to have a really beautiful coral as, let's say, stem for a tree, for a flower or something like that, or just to display the coral. You can put in here a mangrove root on the ground, and then you go to waterlock it and then just put the coral on top, and it will not dry out. And you can then cover this with some trapdoors, and it's beautiful, as you can see. So the next trick or tip is how you can get something in there, because you just can put in there leaves and you have this brown smudgy thing in here, but you can even put pumpkins in a composter. Yeah, it's a composter. Sometimes I'm not get it. So let's just put here. Oh, we have to go to another place because you need some. Yeah. You need something, and this is if you want to have a decoration. Let's put it. Let's see. We have here. No, we don't have here ground. So let's go just to a place where we can put that. I really should prepare myself. This is a really important thing, and I should keep that in mind, that I should keep preparing myself in the future. So let's say we want to put here a composter with a pumpkin in it. So at first put an armor stand in there, and then you go to add a carved pumpkin on top of this. And now just to put this in a composter, we just go here and do something like that. Add a composter here, and here we are going to add a piston. And then we put on the piston, we put a lever, and as soon as you click that, the piston is pressing down the composter into the pumpkin head, and as you can see, now we have a beautiful composter or crate with the pumpkin in there. Not only this boring smudgy brownish soup which is in there. Maybe if you do a little bit more in there, you have this white bone meal on top, but this is something really cool, I think. The next beautiful addition to some decoration, let's say we have here a small well here, and we want to put something in addition to that. We can add a bird bath for that, and just use a wall and a slab and some vines around it in whatever color you want. Pink is now, it's not the program, it is just a choice. And just prevent to write something in it, and then you can put some water in there and just add a beautiful parrot or something like that, and you have a bird bath. So easy is that, easy as a piece of cake. And another one, and as you can see, it's beautiful. Like the not staying in there, but we can spawn a few of them, like that. So now we have some parrots around and some beautiful bird bath, as you can see. So sometimes it is cool if you can put some more additions to, let's say it's something like that, like a river or something like that, and you want to have a look that it is somehow untouched. And you can just add here, for example, we're going to add a tree stump here, and let's remove these guys here. and out here just like that, and then add some leaves here, not that, some leaves here, and just to give the impression that this is a fallen tree, and just put some moss on it or some of this glowing lichens or whatever called, and you have a fallen tree. And playing with trees, sometimes it's cool to have a fallen tree as well, and just put somewhere just a log like that, maybe like this, and put some moss on it, moss carpet, and you have really the impression that this is an old stem here, which was falling down years ago, and sometimes it's good to cover the ends here a little bit more so that it looks better. And yeah, voila, you have a log which is laying around here, and here the tree. Sometimes you will, or you are in the need of some, let's call it wheelbarrow, and to do that you have two options. The first option is you can just put here, let's go with the split block, and on the split block we are putting a hopper. On this hopper, in front of that, we are putting a grindstone. And on the back, just add a fence gate. And you have your wheelbarrow. You can do it even with something else, with a composter. And you have another wheelbarrow. But I prefer, I have to say, I prefer that one. I think it looks better. You can use whatever you want as a fence store. I have here, I think, the mangrove wood, and I think it looks cool. And this guy can use it as a blacksmith, a weaponsmith, or something like that. Yeah. So to give this part here, to this decoration here, a little more of a kick, and just remove these guys here. Let's go away. Go away. No, I don't want to have you. And okay, we remove that. And then I'm going to add, let's say here, one barrel here, and place some, let's say 3 blocks of grass or dirt here, or we can put like that. Let's put this here and remove that and that. Got that block here and another barrel here, and in the front of that I'm going to add some trapdoors like this, so. And to cover the barrels a little bit more up, I use some pressure plates here and here. And for decoration, I use some drip leaves here. Let's go with a big one here, and a small, let's see, maybe that a little bit more. And now you can, on this drip leaves, we can place some pots here, like that. And in these pots, we can just add some flowers. And then you have a beautiful flower stand here. As you can see, this is, I think it's really looking beautiful. And another flowerish tip is, what I really like is, for example, to put a barrel somewhere, like that. Put a pot on that. And in this pot, I put, for example, a flowering azalea, like that. And on top of that, we need some helper blocks here, because you cannot place leaves in thin air. We have this beautiful flowering azalea leaves, and we just put this on that. And voila, you have a beautiful flower stand, and it looks really beautiful. On a sandy beach like that, it's always nice to have a water source. So let's add here a barrel, for example. We need a pot for that as well. Give me a big pot. That. And we add this pot in front of that here. And just to that I don't have to struggle with that, I want to have this here, maybe. One moment. I have to place it the right way. Forgive me. And then we put a grindstone on that. And on this grindstone, I want to have, on top of this grindstone, I want to have just a block here. Here, in this case, an iron block. And we add here a lever. And we put that lever down. And to simulate water, you can use a blue glass pane. And to pump the water, we can just add here hence. And as you see, this looks like you have a water pump, which gives you fresh, beautiful water here. You can decorate it around here as well. This is always a nice idea that around of a well, it's always a little bit more humidity in the around, and there are greenish. It's more greenish on the beach, I think, if there is a well. And we can to have some plants on that. We can use some bone meal on that too, just to give it a little bit of a touch here. And as you can see, it looks beautiful. And another kind of well, which is always beautiful, is you put a barrel here, and on top of the barrel we just use 2 blocks of mossy wall, and then I'm going to add in this direction a stair, and on this stair there is a grindstone, and on this grindstone there are just 2 shades here. And to give it a last touch, we need some water, and for that I'm just going to put down some trapdoors here and here, like that. The third one here. And then I just put some water in here, not like that, like that. And maybe to give it a final touch, you can add here like something like that, and you can put, let's say, a lantern on it. And there you go, a beautiful small water source, which is really decorative. So I hope you like the decoration ideas I have, or tips and tricks I have showed you. And decorations are so important in Minecraft. As you can see, it gives the buildings a little bit more character, a little bit more the feeling that there's something going on, of there's someone living here, and decorates the buildings with flowers, with lanterns, and so on. And you can even put decoration as, let's say, to give the building more character for its purpose, like a storage house. If you put some chests outside, or pots or barrels, and this gives the last final touch for your buildings. And I think this town here, okay, it's a little bit maybe over decorated, but it is so cozy. If you walk through this small town here, and you can't see that much, you don't know where to look, because you find in every corner you find a small detail which gives you a really good feeling about this town. And I think that it is about to to make good builds and make good decorations. Don't be shy to use unusual things for decoration. This is like here, a campfire for a small cozy bench here, and with some lights on. And this is, like I said, this is it about for the decorations, to give your Minecraft builds the last final touch. And if you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel, give me a like, and or leave a comment. And if you want to buy me a coffee or something like that, there's now a coffee link in the video description you can use. You know, I'm coffee addicted and I would do everything for a good coffee. So now, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.